Hello everyone, I'm Reena Agustine and welcome to Community Impact. I have the pleasure of interviewing Pratham Madhuchandra from Callanville Community College. Hi Pratham.
Hey, how you going?
Good Pratham. Pratham, you're a 17-year-old kid or an adult? How do I call you?
Still a kid, by law.
Still a kid?
Yeah.
By law?
Yeah.
You are one of the most intelligent guys I have ever met. Your mom is a wonderful friend of mine, right? So everybody calls you lucky, and why is that?
Oh, well, that was probably through my parents, but I had 6 fingers since birth, right? That's
wow.
Hrithik Roshan. I've actually met him. Pretty nice guy. Yeah.
Hrithik Roshan?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yes, you met him.
Yeah.
That was my dream to meet him.
Really?
Yes. I even designed an evening gown to go out with him, but never got the opportunity to meet him. You lucky fella.
Yeah, I guess.
You did. So Pratham, what's the meaning of your name?
Well, my mum is Prakriti, my dad is Madhuchandra, so Pra and Ma, so together Prakriti, and together, includes both the names in my name.
Pratham.
Yeah.
It's number one?
Number one, and Ganesha as well.
Ganesha? Yeah. The Hindu Lord?
Yeah, the Hindu Lord.
Yes. So, tell me more about the Indian culture you know about.
Well, it's very, very, very diverse. I mean, as you know, we've got a million gods, and history's back 4,000 years ago. It would be the oldest religion in the world, Hinduism. So, there's a lot to say about it, but I just know the basics, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu. Yeah, that's about it.
Mm-hmm. So, how would you score yourself in 1 to 10 in school?
School, I'll give a good 3.
3?
A good 3.
I don't believe that.
Okay, maybe a 5, halfway there.
I don't believe that too, because I know you're a very smart kid. You're very popular in school. What is the reason?
Well, thing is, everyone has different groups, so you kind of have to change your personality to get along with each group and each culture. So you just can't stay the same, It's a bit hard, but you get used to it,
Mm-hmm. Is it because you travel 7 countries in 7 different years? Is that the reason you are able to actually talk to many people?
I think that's a big factor to it. I mean, I used to be schooling in Dubai, and as well over here, and I've learned many languages along the way. And I've been to Turkey, where else? Been to Malaysia, Singapore, a lot of places to be honest, but can't list them all, but yeah, I've learned a lot through my travels, I guess.
Travel just opens up your brain,
your mind,
your
to
thinking.
Culture and all that, yes.
That's right. So, how long you been in Australia for?
Came out 2011, so 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
And what do you like about Australia?
I mean, it's culturally diverse, surprisingly. I thought it'd be mainly Caucasian, but it's really culturally diverse. I mean, and the law is quite fair to everybody, the law. And not only that, it's that everyone's kind to each other in general. Right. It's very kind to get along with everybody else.
That's right.
Yeah.
So when you say that the law is good, is fair, compared to where?
Well, I can compare it to a lot of other countries, but I mean by fair is that everyone has a word. Your politicians now are very friendly with people. They get along with people. They walk along, man. And public are not shut down to say anything. We're allowed to protest, free your word, and all that. So we can get a new road done just by getting signatures done as well. It's just that our law is very open for people. It isn't closed out. It's made for government is made by the people. So thus we must have a word in what we have have around us. Yeah.
Everybody has a say on the decisions the government makes. That's really good. Actually, you have pointed something that many people don't realize. It's a blessing to many people who have migrated here.
That's true. Yeah.
Not every country is like that. Yeah. So you go to India every year?
We used to, but then COVID hit and it kind of halted our travels. So. Due to that, no, not really. So,
no.
Yeah.
So, what about the culture difference? Do you feel the culture difference in Indian living and in Australian living?
Definitely. I mean, Indian living is culturally very, very deep. So, I mean, and everyone knows you, and you know everyone else. Like, if I go back to my town, I can literally walk around, and everyone's like, "Oh, how you being? How you doing?" I don't know half the people are talking to me, really, and so it's really nice to be there. But over here, it's a very open country. People get along, but it's not that tightly knit group, right? They're friendly, but it's more for yourself. You know, it's very like calming, soothing. But I mean, guess if you're born in India, you'll miss India. You know?
That's right.
Nothing beats India. Yeah.
No, and what about the food?
Food, yeah, definitely the food. The food's pretty good there. Over here, the food is quite bland. Really bland, yeah.
But you get good tasty food at home.
I do, yeah. My mom's Indian, so luckily she cooks.
Really
Yeah,
good food.
my dad too, actually.
Yeah, good food, good food. So, Lucky, what's your future plan?
Future plans, at the moment, I've signed up for the military, mostly Air Force or Army. You know, something good. And over here, the opportunities you get within the military is amazing. You can get a degree within the military. You get a trade within the military. You get training for the military. You get paid while you get trained. And it's quite amazing, you know. And you get free dental, very good superannuation, and it's pretty good for, you know, your future,
So,
I guess.
why did you choose military?
Well, there's two factors into it. I mostly chose it because they don't judge who you are. They include everyone. And it's just that I get to protect the country I love. You know, Australia is not only a country for the Caucasians, mostly, you know, it's meant for everybody else living in it. My family, the people. I want to protect what Australia means. You know, mostly diversity. You know,
Right.
so they don't judge. You know, not racial in any way. They're very open.
You have studied in Dubai, am I right?
Yes, I have.
And in Australia,
Yeah.
right? You're studying still. Have you faced any kind of bullying?
Yeah, of course, I face bullying in both countries actually, but I believe bullying is quite normal. I mean, I think every person has experienced it or go through it to become a better person in the future. I mean, you can't prepare for the future unless you go through something like bullying. Yeah, a big factor played into my bullying was, of course, my 6 fingers. So I used to get outcasted a lot, or not really outcasted, but just put out of groups. And also, a lot of people used to call out names and all that, and it just didn't go well for me. So, but that was just luckily only 1 year of my life, grade 7, around that age. And I'm lucky to experience it because now I can handle people. I know what to say if they make jokes about me. And I really, it's that they don't mean it. They just want to act that way in front of other people. You know, it's just about their selfishness.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Lucky, very good to hear about how you actually covered that bullying and, you know, overcame it too. Yeah. You know, there are lots of people out there who have migrated to Australia, and they say that Australia is a racist country, and, you know, what would you tell them?
I'll tell them that's true because every country is racist. Even India, even though it's Indians there, we're racist to our religion. There's Hinduism, Muslim, everyone's racist. It's just how we deal with it, right? Racism happens in this country, of course, but I'm telling you, it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare. That's why I love this country. You know, everyone's entitled to an opinion. You can't judge what they think of it. Just change their mind, I guess. Give them a better example. Be the better man. You know, don't fight back. Walk away. I mean, there's a law to help you as well. Our law is very, very, very helpful when it comes to racial discrimination. Even in the office place, anywhere. You know, never hide. Talk to them.
Has color been a problem in school for you?
Not at all. Our school is very diverse. Right? It's public school as well. It's very diverse, you know. And it used to be a few years ago, it wasn't that diverse, but now it's starting to get every culture in the world is coming to every culture. Like I know I can list countries, you know, double digits. It's amazing, and it's not a problem at all. It used to be the old way of Caucasians and then the darker people. You know, always segregated. Not really. Now it's always mixed. You know, it's amazing.
So no discrimination.
No discrimination. There is actually discrimination between our own group. It's funny. So
give me an example.
Like we used to be racist to our own Indian people. It's fun, in a joking way, but you don't. It's almost racist anymore. They couldn't be cared to be racist.
Wow.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's amazing how we live in this multicultural Australia, integrating with each other.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. So, what have you learned so far? Generally,
in general, I've learned that if you treat everyone the same way you want to be treated, you're gonna have a nice life. I mean. You just try to avoid saying things without thinking what you're saying. I've learned that a lot. You just gotta say before, think it, then you say it. Yeah. It really helps.
Yeah. So think before you say, think if you think that, okay, if I say this, is it gonna affect me? If it's affecting me, I better shut my mouth. Is that what you mean?
Mostly affect others and mostly you. You know, if you've got an opinion, you're entitled to it, that's for sure. But just make sure that if you want to say it, just say it somewhere else that no one else that's going to be affected by it is around.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
everyone has feelings, so you got to be considerate of those feelings, I guess. Yeah.
Wow. So I would say that you're blessed with both cultures, the beautiful culture from India and the lifestyle of Australia. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So tell me about the culture that you have embraced over here that comes from India and the lifestyle here in Australia.
Well, in India, we very very friendly, I guess. Where we open up very quick, and that's helped a lot in this country because not much people. I mean, there is friendship and all, but getting along takes a time to build, you know. And opening up is very rare in this country. No one tends to open up, as in telling them about your lifestyle, how you are, you know what you've been through. And when you open up yourself, yeah, sometimes you do get hurt, sometimes you do get betrayed, but that's also part of making friends. Yeah, there's positive and negative for everything, but I guess that India's taught me how to get along with everybody else, you know. Like, our culture doesn't discriminate.
I like that. I like that. Pratham Madhuchandra.
Yeah.
You want to join military, Air Force or Navy,
That's
one
correct,
of that.
yes.
And that's happening next year?
Yes, possibly
Yeah.
next year, maybe earlier this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful future plan. I love it. I actually saw you in the Mental Health Foundation giving a speech last year.
Yeah.
You were a part of it. It was mesmerizing. And knowing that a 16-year-old is talking so much sense, which, you know, adults can't, it really made sense to many people that you need to be there for people who are going through things. Like many people say that when somebody is going through, just a hello is good. And that's what I heard in your speech. So elaborate.
Well, if someone's going through any mental illnesses, or not only mental illness, even issues in general, they don't show it. They tend to hide it. In fact, you know, it's just that through how they're growing up, it's being put in the mind that having a mental health issue is bad. You know, it's taboo. But nowadays, I'm actually happy. It's less of a thing due to awareness and all that. So, yeah, I say, if you see someone experiencing mental issues or just even like a bit of sadness, you just be around them. Like, don't worry what you have to say. Don't think about trying to help them. Helping isn't like, don't try to solve the issues for them. They can do it themselves. Humans are designed to solve issues for themselves. All right? So just be around them because they need support. They need someone to open up. All right? You don't have to be a therapist or anything. You just have to be a friend.
Just be around.
Just be around.
Be a support.
Be a support. That helps, yeah.
Yeah, don't try to just give solutions to everything.
Just listen.
Listen.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore. People don't listen.
No,
They
just
listen to
talk.
answer, reply back, right? How can we change that?
Well, it doesn't manual per se, but I reckon awareness is a big part of it. But not only that, they can learn on their own. They'll see what happens if you answer back when they're not listening. Don't apply negatively. I don't need help. You can go away. Or you can just stay relaxed, just listen, right? Respond in a non-confrontational way, you know, and just be for them, be there for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You come from a family, your mom and dad, I've known them for many years now. They do a lot of community work, community service. So what are your views on that?
I mean, community service is good. It's very good, but you have to genuinely be helping the community in the right way, right? So donations are a very big part of it, but I think volunteering is the best way to help a community, you know. Personally, going out there, physically helping them out. Yeah, either having a soup kitchen, you know, food drive, you know, even asking for donations. Those are the best way. Not just sitting back and making speeches and all that. Just going out there themselves. Even awareness is great. You know, so I believe community can be helped if people are physically helping, you know.
So physically go and help out.
Physically go and help out.
Just not sit and make speeches.
No.
I love that, Lucky.
Yes.
I really love what you said. Because people nowadays want to create names for themselves but not do the work.
Yeah, they just need fame. In other words, clout, you know. They always want fame. They're not looking for actually genuinely helping out people. Like, for example, they'll be having fame and they'll be driving around in the car, see a homeless man. It's asking for a few money. And they'll think, oh, he's going to get drugs, he's going to get cigarettes, he's going to get liquor, right? But a few dollars won't get any of that stuff. Maybe bread, you know.
So you think we should give few dollars or we should buy them food?
Either one. As I said, food drive and all that.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my friend, he works as NDIS worker, a support worker, where he helps people who have been through mental illnesses, who are homeless, who are all that. And me and him were going to the gym one day, and he had a shift suddenly. And one of his clients had actually gone homeless. He'd been kicked out. And he had all the stuff. We put it into his car. All the stuff in plastic bags. And the saddest part was that his daughter died. Yeah, and he had carried her old clothes with her. And I really, really felt bad for him. And we got all his stuff, and he had nowhere to go. His phone was broken down. He had no internet. He had no money. We went to a couple of motels. They were all closed up. So he had ended up going behind a mosque, a park near a mosque, right? Because he's Caucasian, but he actually converted to Muslim, which is surprising. And he recited in the religion quite a lot when he was sadness. So we came to the park. We put all his stuff, and it started raining. And he had a small tent, which is pretty sad. And we made him get inside the tent. You know, we put the tent up for him. And all his stuff, all his clothes, all his cookware, everything was getting wet. So we had to run down, grab some plastic bags and put it over it, you know. And that just made me realize that you can't help people just by standing around, just by saying you can want to help people. You got to go out there yourself. People need you more than you need them. So you genuinely got to go out, give them a hand. You know, like, it doesn't take much to make a person happy. And like what else made me realize that is the man himself who was homeless. He said he wanted to kill himself, which was the worst part. Again, mental illness.
Mental illness, yeah.
You know, he lost everything. His daughter, you know. Not only that, he's suffering from paranoia and all that. So he can't sleep at all. So he takes pills to sleep. And he tends to overdose quite a lot, right? So he's been suffering quite a lot. Mm-hmm. So luckily, yeah, he's found a house recently, so that's great. Oh,
that's good.
Yeah.
So you're in touch. Do you know the life story?
Yeah,
still?
I do. Good. Yeah, I've kept in touch with him, but he's got a apartment now. But yeah,
very good to hear, Lucky.
Yeah.
So empathy is something every
quite
human
need.
Yeah, everyone needs.
Everyone has it, but they don't know they have it. They don't act on it. Yeah, so to see someone helpless, they feel sad for them, but they don't act on it. This doing something will help quite a lot. Go far, pretty good, really far.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Lucky, thank you for sharing that example. That's a really good example of empathy. You didn't ever want to be a doctor or an engineer, as every cultural tradition in our country goes on?
Not at all. I mean, to be a doctor, you need more than just wanting to be a doctor. You need passion in this field, you know. Because I can never work in a desk job or any job, in fact, without feeling happy that I'm there every day, you know. Like, for example, I joined the military because I've always loved the military. Like, even though there is stigma that there's violence attached to it, that's not true. That's not true at all. Like, there's so many fields in the military nowadays that you don't have to become near violence, right? And they give you so many opportunities and travel. You travel around the world every single month, you know, it's amazing. So I didn't want to be a doctor, engineer, any of that, you know. Like, there's already tons of people that's being that. Like, they don't require people in that field. Right? They always require people in the military, always do. Wow. So I want to go that way.
That's an excellent way. That's an excellent future plan. So apart from the school curricula, what are the extracurricular that you are into?
Well, I do quite good at sports, mostly boxing, yeah, and my plan to go amateur in boxing.
Good.
Yeah. And rock climbing, mostly trekking, camping, all the outdoorsy stuff as well. You
love outdoorsy camping?
Yeah, mostly camping. I love camping. Yeah.
Well, what's the best place you would recommend to go camping?
Well, there's quite a lot of places, but I'd say Stradbroke Island's pretty nice. Yeah, very nice. It's got a nice beach, it's got good waves and all that. And there's an island called Kuchimadlu. I used to go a lot with my family. Yeah, there's a family friend there as well. It's an amazing place, but there's a lot of sandflies that bite you.
Yeah, the midges. Oh,
yeah,
I hate
they're horrible.
Them. They are horrible. Kuchimadlu is a beautiful island.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful island. So, what is the advice that you would like to give the youngsters now?
Well, that's a tough one because youngsters need to develop mostly, you know. So help themselves before you can help others mostly, you know. So if any of the problems you've got, try to help. Don't be worry to be selfish, because you have to be selfish in some way to, you know, help yourself, or you're going to stay the same way forever. You know, so don't worry about others for some time. You can't help anyone else unless you help yourself. You know, you can't give them advice if you're not applying advice to yourself. You know, like, and I believe that you trust. You know, believe everyone's unequal. Like, be equal with everyone. You know, like Prophet Muhammad once, his right hand Ali, once said that you're either my brothers in faith or equal in humanity. It's an amazing saying, you know, because religion is a big part of our society now as well.
That's right.
So you can be, you know, brothers in faith or equal as humans. Yeah.
I love that, Lucky.
Yeah.
I really love that. So definitely look after yourself first, then only you can look after others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pleasure having you at the show, Lucky. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, sweet.